Clutch. I am your host, Daryl Early. I'm joined by Roderick Boylan and Terry Williams. How you guys feeling?
I'm doing fine, man. What's going on?
Great.
Happy Father's Day to you guys.
Same to you. Same to
Happy
you.
Father's Day to everybody out there who's a father.
So what we're going to do today, going over our teams, my team, San Francisco 49ers, Rod, of course, New York Giants,
NYG.
Terry Williams, Dallas Cowboy, T. Will in the house.
The boys.
We're going over each team's our predictions for their record for this year. So I guess we can just go down the line. We'll start with T. Will. We're going over Dallas record. What you got?
All right. Okay. As you know, we start off the season with the L.A. Rams at L.A. I'm thinking it's going to be a very close game, emotional game, especially for the first game up in L.A., but I think the Cowboys come back with a victory. Week 2 in Atlanta at home.
Wait. We're going to go all the way down, or we're going to go each one? We're going to go all the way down your list?
Whatever you guys think is best. I was going to go down the whole list and let everybody.
Okay, well, go ahead. So you got a win.
Yeah, I got a win at the L.A. Rams. Also got a win week 2 against the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be our very first home game. I think that's going to be a close one, but we'll come out and eke out the victory. Third week, we're playing at Seattle. I'm just scared about playing Seattle at Seattle. I'm also thinking that's going to be a close game, but I'm going to take that as a loss. Week 4 against Cleveland, I predicted that to be a win. Week 5 against the Giants. It didn't take me long to come up with the answer on that one. But I'm going to take that as a win.
Okay.
Week 6, Arizona, a win. At Washington and Philadelphia. At Washington, I'm going to take that as a win.
So what's that right now?
So after those games, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there, it's going to be 6-1.
Okay.
Right before the Philadelphia Eagles game at Philadelphia.
So he's got the Cowboys over your Giants. He's got them at 6-1. Let's go ahead and go to 8 games, so we'll be halfway through their season. What you got for at Philly?
Okay, at Philly, I'm taking that as a loss. It's just something about playing Philly at Philly. I don't care what the records. You can throw the records out the window. We just don't do good at Philly for the most part, so I'm going to take that as a loss.
So at the halfway point of your season, he's looking at 6-2.
That's exactly right.
Any comments, Rod?
No comments here, buddy.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we can keep on going.
I did cough a little bit on the Giants victory, though. He's so sure about it. So.
I'm positive.
I mean,
it's three things in this world that's guaranteed. That's death, taxes, and the Cowboys beating the Giants.
And also, another thing that's guaranteed is you're going to be walking butt naked down Winchester, buddy. The little wager we made earlier.
Yeah, they made a little sideways. I'm interested to see how this is going to work out.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, but so at the halfway point, Terry's got the Cowboys at 6-2. 6-2. That's a good record. At the halfway point, I think any team will be happy with that.
Yeah, especially, and it's a tough record. I think we got one of the top 3 toughest schedules in the league this year. So I think with the coaching change and the way we do things and run our offense, I think that this record is going to be true to form.
Oh, okay. Well, let's move on. Next game will be at home against Pittsburgh.
Oh, this is our rivalry. This is the game of the decade. So keep in mind, they don't have Antonio Brown. They don't have Le'Veon Bell. They have Roethlisberger coming back off of an injury. Don't know how that's gonna turn out. But even with that, with all those weapons gone, there's no way that the Cowboys shouldn't win this game, especially at home with a fully loaded roster and a upgraded defense. So I'm going to take a win for the Pittsburgh. The next game is going to be at Minnesota. I'm sort of scared about that one, but I put this down for a win for that one as well. The following week, Washington at home, and I think that's on Thanksgiving. So again, that's gonna be a win, no doubt. The week after Thanksgiving, and I think this is going to be on a Thursday night. We're playing at Baltimore. I'm not so sure how we'll do at Baltimore, so I'm going to take that as a loss. Yeah, I just something about that at Baltimore just scares me, so I'm going to take that as a loss. Next week is at Cincinnati. I'm going to take that as a win. The following week, which is the week before Christmas, we play the 49ers at home. I think that's going to be a very close one, but I think we're going to take the loss on that one. So I'm going to put the L for that one. Hey, that wasn't me doing that. That's the host, and as you can see, the host is a 49ers fan.
Of course.
So
I'm pleasantly shocked at your pick.
I wonder, do I get some music when
But the thing about this show is we that's why I tried to tell Rod before the show started. You can't bet with your heart. We got an audience out there. You guys expect us to give you expert opinion, so he's going to show you that he's not going to do that. but we'll wait for that to happen. But he's going to show you now. But I'm sure me and Daryl are going to be straight to the point. You know, if it hurts us that our team is not going to do this or do this, we'll say it. But this guy over here, we have problem with.
I don't predict with my heart, Terry.
Okay. Well, going forward, the last two games is Philadelphia at home, and I think Dallas will win that one.
Uh-oh.
And at the Giants, I mean, come on. It could be at Puerto Rico. It doesn't matter. It's going to be another win. So I think we end the season with 2 wins, and that would give us a 12-4 record.
Whoa.
And that's going to be tops in the NFC East.
12-4.
That's 12-4.
That's coming off what, 8-8?
That's coming off of 8-8, but it's coming off a Jason Garrett-led team.
That's ludicrous.
Mr. Clap.
Yeah, the clapper. So we don't have the clapper anymore. We got brand new coaches. We just got a whole different way of looking at things. Our defense, there's no way. I don't think the defense is going to be a top 5 defense, but I think they're going to be pretty reputable. Where I think our offense with Mike McCarthy at the helm and spreading those weapons out, and we got Jarvin and don't have Witten anymore, and we can spread the field out, and we got CeeDee Lamb, and I think we got the top wide receiving core in football. And I'm not just saying that with that and using Zeke different ways and Pollard and more screen passes going out, You're
going to get a lot of pushback on that wide receiver.
I know. But that's, again, that's in my opinion. I think we got the top wide receiving core in football. So I'm thinking we should average between 30 and 35 points, no problem. So I think a lot of these victories are going to be shootouts. I'm not going to say our defense is going to be just all that, but I think that we're going to be good enough to take this 12-4 thing and NFC East division champs.
Okay. Well, we'll go right into let's go right into Rod picks. What you got, Rod, as far as Dallas schedule?
Dallas' schedule?
Yeah, we're gonna go down and let you do Dallas schedule.
Oh, God, I don't even want to deal with Dallas' schedule.
I mean, we could have opened up with the Giants, but let's go and get Dallas out the way.
Okay, I see Dallas' schedule here.
You can just go by this paper. The second row. Talking about this right here.
See, that's the part of not being prepared. So, ladies and gentlemen, take his picks with a grain of salt.
Oh, that second row is yours.
Dallas at the Los Angeles Rams. I'll give them a win. They want to know. Dallas, week 2 against the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to say they're going to beat Atlanta at home. At Seattle, we got a loss.
What are you looking at me like that for? I agree with you. That's what I said.
Hey, I know.
I agree with you.
So far, y'all. Okay.
I still want you. Your mind changes, Terry. So hey,
I got it documented right here, sir.
2-1. Okay, let's go.
you remember last week? Hey, that's what I said. I said then you got Cleveland. I'm gonna give Dallas a win over Cleveland. Ain't nothing changing here. You got the Giants. Week 5.
At Dallas.
At Dallas.
I know.
Okay.
At Dallas, we'll take that loss.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna lose that game.
Okay.
But just remember, we got y'all week 17.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Keep going down the line with them wins.
Okay. You got Arizona. I'm gonna give Dallas that win. They'll beat Arizona at home. At Washington, I don't know. Washington always get up for y'all.
That's on Thanksgiving.
Washington always get up for y'all. Though still.
That's on Thanksgiving.
Okay, I'm still gonna give it to Dallas. At Philly, I'm gonna disagree with Terry on this one. I think you said that y'all was gonna lose to Philly at Philly, right?
That's correct.
I'm gonna say y'all gonna beat Philly at Philly. Pittsburgh, I don't know what's going on with that team.
Hold on. So basically, y'all got the same schedule after 8 games, 6-2.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You got 6-2 and he got 6-2.
No, he's only got 1 loss.
No, he don't. He got 2.
No, who was the second loss?
He said y'all gonna lose to Seattle and y'all gonna lose to Washington.
No, he said we'll beat Washington, right?
They say they're gonna beat Washington.
Huh?
You said they're gonna beat Washington or they're gonna lose to
No,
Washington?
he said we're going to beat
They're gonna
Washington.
beat Washington.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I'm like. Come on, host.
Okay.
Come on,
Well,
host. Come on.
I heard it wrong. So you saying Dallas gonna be 7-1 at this point?
That's correct. That's exactly what he said.
7-1. But wait,
After 8
there's
games.
more.
Okay.
At Philly.
I had it wrong.
Hold up, you may not have it wrong.
No.
Terry confusing me. See,
No, see, that's the reason why you start the thing and you prep before you get on the air.
I'm already.
See this right here? Daryl have lines for a reason. You put W for win and L for loss,
yes.
and you go through them. You already
yes, just like hey,
Okay. So let's recap this. You got Dallas winning at the Rams, winning at home against Atlanta, losing at Seattle, winning at home against Cleveland. Right?
yeah.
You got them winning against the Giants.
Yeah. I'm kind of allergic to their schedule. That's what it is.
You got them winning at Arizona.
At Arizona. I mean, at home against Arizona.
You got them
They
winning
win.
at Washington.
Yeah, he said winning at Washington. Now, if you don't, go back and pull the tape.
And you got them winning at Philly.
Yeah, he said that's just what he's going to disagree with me on because I said we're going to take a loss. He said a win. So after 8 games, he's 7-1.
7-1.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's better than what you got here.
But not only that, I just can't wait till he go through the Giants schedule because he said the Giants going to win the division. If Dallas he keep putting these wins for Dallas, that means the Giants going to go undefeated.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So the only loss you say is at Seattle. Okay, got it.
They all come crushing down.
Okay, now Pittsburgh at Dallas.
Pittsburgh at Dallas. That's a loss. Then you get a bye week, right?
Right.
Then you got to go to Minnesota. That's another loss. You beat Washington the first time. They're going to come to y'all and they're going to beat y'all.
Okay, so now it's a 3-game losing streak according to you, right?
Yeah.
This is where we come crushing down. Okay.
Not a 3-gamer. You got Baltimore next. It's a 4-gamer, buddy.
Okay.
And that's when everybody going to start pointing fingers. And that's when it all happens with Dallas. Everybody start pointing fingers at each other and everything just crumbles.
That does look familiar.
Okay.
Okay.
And they'll get back on track. They'll go to Cincinnati and get a win, and then they're gonna think they're gonna win the Super Bowl again, like they always do.
For
Super Bowl.
they'll only think that for 1 week because they come back with San Francisco.
Loss. San Francisco will beat y'all. Y'all beat Philadelphia. What's the record now there?
No,
8-6.
8-6.
8-6.
What we on? On Frisco or Philly?
We on Philly.
I said they're gonna beat Philly.
So that's another loss.
No, they gonna beat Philly.
They're gonna beat Philly.
Yeah,
So they're gonna beat Philly twice.
yeah. Philly ain't nothing.
Okay, so they 9-6. Last game at the Giants, you already said they're gonna lose. So that's finishing 9-7.
There you go.
9-7.
That's the same record I had last week, right?
That's correct.
Same
That's
record.
correct. Okay.
Boy, something sure smells good.
Now my predictions.
That 9-7 smells like some rod ribs.
If that's what it is, it's good.
Okay.
I'm saying Dallas at the Rams, I'm giving them a loss. Atlanta, I'm giving them a win. Seattle, I'm giving them a loss. Cleveland, Giants, Arizona, Washington, Philly, all wins. A loss, Pittsburgh. At Minnesota, I'm giving them a win. At Washington at Dallas, I'm giving Dallas the win. At Baltimore, I'm giving them a loss. At Cincinnati, I'm giving them a win. San Francisco at Dallas, I'm giving Dallas a loss. I'm giving Philly the win when they come to Dallas. And at the Giants, last game of the season, everything on the line probably for the Cowboys, I'm giving them a loss. I'm saying 9-7 as well.
Y'all hear that, audience? You hear it.
I mean,
I agree with that. 9-7 sounds just about right.
All right, now let's go to the Giants.
all right. Terry, what's your picks?
I tell you what, I know you got a 30-minute segment. You know, you did good, putting this out in segments. I'll finish this one real quick, okay? Okay. They're starting off against Pittsburgh, Chicago, San Francisco, the Rams, and Dallas. All losses. They will start off 0-5. I promise you that.
Ludicrous.
Okay. They
Hold
start
on through. You said Pittsburgh,
Chicago,
San Francisco,
the Rams, and Dallas. They're going to lose all of those.
so they're gonna be 0-5.
That's correct.
Ludicrous.
But you know what? They're going to get off, as Chris Berman said, they're going to get off the schneid
Against Washington.
against Washington, and they'll get their first win. They'll love that. Then they'll come back at Philly and Tom Brady, Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. They are both losses. Okay?
So there's 1-7,
1-7, right?
So at the halfway point, you're saying they're gonna be 1-7.
What you didn't hear about that's what I told you.
It's ironic because you got them being 7-1, and you got them being 1-7.
That's correct.
Somebody lying.
I don't lie.
Somebody is sadly mistaken then.
Okay. At where we at now? At Washington.
That's where they get off the schneid again.
So
two of their first 9 games, they're going to get their first 2 wins against the same team, the Washington Redskins. So they let you know what I think about Washington.
That's sad. That's
Okay.
sad.
And then Philadelphia. Now this is what's going to be crazy. Philadelphia at home to the Giants. I'm giving the Giants the win. That's going to be the upset of the year. I'm giving the Giants the win against Philadelphia at New York Giants. When Philly comes to New York,
that's not an upset. That's something that's just supposed to happen.
Okay, if you say so. But I'm giving them that. Okay? Then we come back and then they play at Cincinnati. I'm going to give them another win. That's going to be their first and only 2-game winning streak of the season. Okay?
That's a 3-game, right?
You know what?
Washington,
you got a point.
They're on the road now.
You know
Giants
what?
on the road.
I apologize.
Danny Dimes.
You apologize. You're right. It's a 3-game winning streak. They'll come back at Seattle and take a loss. The following week, I think they'll beat Arizona. That's going to be Arizona's good in that hot weather, but they got to go to New York and ain't no telling what the temperature is going to be.
Cold around.
It's going to be cold right there. They can't handle that cold. So I'm going to get the Giants a win against Arizona in New York. But them last 3, you can give them a L.
On all 3?
All 3. Cleveland, and that's going to be at home against the Giants. But they're going to lose to Cleveland. Cleveland playing that cold weather too, and they got way more weapons. And naturally, at Baltimore and at Dallas, they're going to lose both of those. So, ladies and gentlemen, they have a 3-game winning streak in 2020. 2 out of the 5 games they're going to win are going to be against the Redskins. I got them finishing at 5-11.
The last 3 games of the Giants' schedule, Cleveland, Baltimore, and Dallas. I don't see anybody that's a threat on that schedule except for Baltimore. So
without question, you're gonna beat Cleveland and Dallas at the end of the year.
hello. That's it.
So with that,
It's 5-11.
Terry's predicting a 5-11 record for the New York Football Giants. Last year, the Giants finished 4-12. So
I gave them an extra win. I mean, look, it's progress. Progress.
We had a lot of injuries last year.
So basically what you're saying is they only going to be 1 game better this year. Keep in mind.
Well, I'm looking at the key.
What Terry's saying.
Well, I'm watching the key core people. Who are your starting receivers?
Is his microphone breaking up?
Breaking up again, Terry.
I knew it.
I gave you my receivers last week.
Oh, okay. Well, there. Y'all not here to point fingers at my predictions.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
Let's go to him. I think giving them
like
an
your
extra
prediction.
I love them. We only gave Dallas 1 extra win too with Mike McCarthy coming in. So
right.
I mean, we basically
I love your predictions.
saying the same thing. You're saying that without Jason Garrett, add Mike McCarthy, you basically adding 4
CD Lamb.
wins.
Yeah.
CD Lamb.
Yeah, I think that the coaching, man, means a lot. That's what I've been having a problem with over the years, man. You know, Dallas, they have been having bad coaching, and they're not being held accountable. When you don't have your team, if you don't hold your team accountable, you're not going to win. I don't care who's coaching. And Jason Garrett, I love him. I love him as a person, but as a coach, you know, he's not what the Cowboys need to move to that next level. At least Mike McCarthy is a proven Super Bowl winning champion, and I know he runs the West Coast offense. So with all those attributes going together like that, I think that we're going to turn this thing around and increase our wins by at least 3 or 4 this year just based off coaching alone.
I think
Is Jimmy Johnson coming back?
I think
McCarthy?
a change of coaching was necessary. I'm not 100% sold on Mike McCarthy, and I think I base part of that on the fact that when you had maybe one of the best quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers is one of the top-rated quarterbacks, and I think Mike McCarthy had him in his prime. I don't know if he's going down or not. Some people saying he declined and this and that is because of the offense, this and that. I don't know. What I'm saying is if Mike McCarthy couldn't win with Aaron Rodgers, you telling me he's going to win with Dak Prescott?
You got the laptop over there. Look at the wins. Mike McCarthy has had 10 or more wins every year over there with the Green Bay Packers. It may be 1 year that he didn't. So I know he's a bad man, but at the same time,
I predicted 9-7. I give you 10-6.
I'll take that. That's a playoff. That's the playoffs, especially with this extended format where we get an extra team in. 10-6 will get you in there. So I'll take that, especially with the tough schedule we got.
Yeah, but 10-6. Looking at the NFC South, NFC West, yeah. But you're looking at a 4th seed at 10-6. I'm thinking.
You know what?
If you win the division at 10-6,
anything can happen once you get in there. With that new playoff seeding, it's only going to be the number 1 seed with the bye. So you're going to have to go through some tough teams to get to the Super Bowl. So I don't care what seed they are. Dallas has been mediocre for the last 20 years. I'm tired of it. Cowboy Nation is tired of it, and I just think that we have a reason to be happy with a different type of coach coming in there, with a different type of offense and frame of mind. And I think it's going to equate to a few more victories. You know, that's all we want. We want to get in the playoffs, and everybody knows anything can happen in the playoffs.
That is true. All right. Right now, we're going to cut to a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Kennedy Marie of Faces by Ken Marie. I'm a self-taught makeup artist based out of Memphis, Tennessee. There are certain types of makeup artistry. I do cosmetic makeup. People ask me all the time who taught me how to do makeup. I learned it all from YouTube. So anybody out there wanting to pursue makeup or anything and need some inspiration or some help or just to pick me up, go to YouTube. I also make closure wigs. I can customize, construct, and style your wig. I can be reached on Instagram at Faces by Ken Marie. It is also the same for Facebook. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel where I post makeup videos weekly at Kennedy Marie. I'm looking forward to slaying you and thank you for booking with me. Hi, I'm Kennedy Marie of Faces by Ken Marie. I've been doing makeup for about a year now. I actually started because I was kind of tired of paying people to do my makeup when I could just get the necessities and do it myself for free. Remember, it's Faces by Ken Marie. Book your appointments today.
And we are back. Let's finish this up. Rod, we're on you. Your picks for your New York Giant football team.
My picks for the New York Football Giants. Don't get it twisted.
The Giants of New York.
Week 1. Pittsburgh. They coming to us. Like I said, I don't know what Pittsburgh about. They may get an upset here or there, like over Dallas or somebody, but we taking that win in New York. Week 2 at Chicago. I don't feel good about that game. I promise you I don't. Chicago, I'm going to say we're going to lose that game. San Francisco, they come to town the next week. San Francisco is a hard out. I'm going to say we're going to lose that game as well.
Y'all making this so easy for me.
And then we fly out to Los Angeles. We will be taking a W against the Los Angeles Rams. At Dallas, it's kind of like a seesaw. I always say we're going to take a loss in the first game against the Dallas Cowboys. So, I'm going to say we're going to lose that game. Then Washington, coming to us the next week, we will beat Washington.
I thought you said Washington is tough.
They may be tough. Hey, all you need is 1 point to win the game. Here.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, for those who don't know, there's something behind the scenes. You know, when we're taking that break, he was telling me how good the Redskins are going to be.
Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, Dwayne Haskins.
I did not say the Washington Redskins are going to be good.
He said, no, he said they were going to be better.
I just said they may.
He said they were going to be 8-8. Is what he said.
I said, what if they end up 8-8? I didn't say they're
going to be 8-8. And I told you they wasn't going to be 8-8. That's where the bet come out running out of Winchester, butt naked. That's where that came in, ladies and gentlemen.
All I want to know is what bail bonding company you want me to use to get you out of jail, buddy.
If Washington finishes 8-8, if the Washington Redskins finish 8-8, Terry said that he would run butt naked down Winchester Road.
And I'll stand with that.
Okay.
So back to your picks. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just had to bring that up. You said Washington's going to be tough.
Okay, before I proceed, I was just gonna say, never ever have I ever gonna be rooting more harder for Washington this year. So if their record is better than 8-8, you still got to run down Winchester, right?
That's common sense, sir. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying they're not going to get to 8-8.
I know how you are. I mean,
okay. Well,
they finished 9-7. I said 8-8. Okay, buddy.
Boy,
Okay.
back to your picks.
Here we
man.
go. At Philadelphia, we will go up in Philly. We're gonna ring that bell on them. Hey, Rocco, we gonna beat the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. It's gonna piss off a whole lot of Philly fans, but Tampa Bay comes to town.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. It'll be a close game, I think, but I'm gonna say we're gonna take a loss on that one.
You're gonna lose to Tampa.
We're gonna lose to Tampa Bay.
So at this point, after 8 games, you're 4-4. You're 500.
Okay.
Which means he got to go on a hell of a winning streak their second half of it to get to his prediction.
At Washington. We're going to go to Washington. We'll win that game handedly. Philadelphia again. The following week. Oh, some chuckles going on.
Man, that man said handily.
We're going to beat Washington handily, man. We're going to be pissed off because we lost to Tampa Bay the week before in a close game.
Gotcha.
Okay. Respect my picks out
Yeah,
there.
I'm quiet. Okay. You're right.
Okay. So we're going to beat Philadelphia. Then we're going to go on a bye week. And all that's losing to Tampa Bay, that close game, it's going to be brewing on that bye week. We're going to be pissed off, and we're going to get together on the bye week. We're going to get closer. And then the next, Cincinnati, Seattle, Arizona, Cleveland, we're going on a 4-game winning streak.
Okay.
How you like me now? Huh?
At Seattle too, right?
Yeah, we're going to beat Seattle at Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to beat Seattle at Seattle.
Okay.
And then everything else going to be a breeze. Arizona and Cleveland going to be
So
breeze.
So at this point, you 10-4.
You do the numbers, sir.
You 10-4.
You do the numbers, sir. And we're going to take a loss against Baltimore and come off our high horse. We're going to lose at Baltimore. And then we'll close the last game out against Dallas at home with another win.
Finishing the season at 11-5. And
Is that what I said last week?
Oh yeah, that's what you said. Yeah.
Okay.
11-5.
And according to him, that would be tops for the NFC East. They would be NFC East division champions.
Champions.
You got him 5-11, and he got him 11-5. So it's gonna be
Right.
a 5-11 in some kind of way.
But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna look back at all these tapes. So if the Lord say the same coming back in 2021, we're gonna look at the same thing, and we're gonna come back and see who was,
Well, I'm gonna run through mine right quick. Pittsburgh lost, Chicago win, Frisco lost, Rams lost, Dallas lost, Washington win, Philadelphia lost, Tampa Bay lost.
Oh, wait just a minute.
Wow.
Boy, you got a lot of losses there.
I got him 2-6 at this point.
Okay, yeah, just say you got my head spinning.
You got him where?
I got him 2-6.
Hold on.
Really?
Hold on. Let me see. What did I have about this?
After 8 games,
I had a 1-7.
you had him 1-7. I got him 2-6. I got him one game better than what you got.
I'm just shocking. Go ahead. Finish. Continue.
Okay.
Continue.
So 2-6. Then at Washington win. Philadelphia at the Giants. I got Giants win. A win at Cincinnati. A loss at Seattle. A win at home against Arizona. A win at home against Cleveland. A loss at Baltimore, and end the season a win at Dallas. At home against Dallas. I got them finishing 8-8.
Okay.
That's a 4-game increase from last year. And
But that won't get you a division title, though. Because based off of what you just said,
Right.
You got them at 8-8, and
Right.
you said the Cowboys are 9-7.
I got Cowboys 9-7.
which means you have the Cowboys as the NFC East champion.
Not necessarily.
I can't wait to see what you got. So you on board with the Redskins too, huh?
Nah.
Okay, so
I
it's got to
think
be
the
Philly. It's got to be.
think the Redskins gonna be better, but I'm like you. I don't think they're gonna go from what they were last year, which was 3-13, to 8-8. I mean, even though Ron Rivera coming in there and Dwayne Haskins probably open his game up and he probably play a little bit better. I mean, depending on what they do at running back position, Adrian Peterson coming back.
Where do you have the record?
For who? The Giants?
The one you just ran off, yeah.
Giants, I got y'all 8-8.
Okay.
It's just like with Dallas. I got Dallas at what?
9-7.
9-7. They go 10-6. I wouldn't be surprised. If the Giants go 9-7, I wouldn't be surprised because I think they're gonna be way better than they were last year.
Amen.
I just think they're gonna be better.
Who are their receivers?
We got Sterling Shepard. We got Golden Tate. What's the other kid name?
No, that's what I'm asking. Who are their receivers?
I can't ever think of this.
I mean, they got some. I mean,
Life for me. The one that got hurt, that was hurt last year. You was talking about
they got
Slayton.
yeah, Darius Slayton. That's what I was trying to think of.
Who?
Darius Slayton. He's a pretty good wide receiver.
Okay.
We did his numbers last week.
I mean, he's
remember?
okay.
We did his number. He only had one season that was decent.
Right.
Okay, let's be for real now.
He started late. Terry.
I mean, what's the tight end y'all got?
He don't even know that. He don't see.
Ole Miss guy. Man, I'm not good with names.
Your team. You hear that, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen?
supposed to pop right off into my head.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Huh?
the New York Giants guru doesn't know his team's name.
I know my tight end.
I know mine too.
I know you do. What do you? He don't put in work. So
Jarwin is ours. I know my wide receivers. But I'm just saying, I know it. That's what I'm saying. People gonna learn this show. This is our very first showing and all that. And for those that don't know, Rod is a rookie, but he's getting there. Me and Dallas we gonna get him there.
summer breeze.
It's time to go to your 49ers.
Oh, hold up. We gotta say my tight end's name. Man, I'll give you a minute. What's my tight end's name? I'm sure you got it on deck.
No, I mean, I didn't.
The kid from Ole Miss, he got hurt last year as well.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
The tight end got hurt before the season started. The wide receivers got hurt too. Two of the starting wide receivers got hurt. Season-ending injuries.
I can't believe I can't think his name. I know his name. I just I know his name. I don't know what's the problem.
The problem is Rod should know his name. That's
I know his name.
That's what. No, you don't.
If you tell me his name, I'll tell you his name. If you said Tom Thumb, I'll say you are a liar, buddy.
Yeah.
His name is not Tom Thumb. Come on.
This guy's name is. Oh,
we gonna look like a damn fool.
I didn't know y'all got to. What's his name? Olo. I remember when he played in Atlanta.
That's my point, man. We this dramatic change to 11-5 that Rod got going on. There's a bunch of nobodies. They either hurt or they don't perform. I mean,
Nah, he had a. Oh man, see, I knew it. I had his name in my head, and I was about to say it, and I was like, "Nah, that ain't it." I'm gonna give you his initials, and you will know it, Rod. E double.
What?
he still don't. Don't put him on the spot like that. 2 bowls of rib and a couple of Coronas later, he won't know what's going on.
First name Evan.
That's correct, Evan Ingram.
Thank you, Terry. And since I don't know his name,
Oh, you know it now, huh? What,
he
Darryl?
just gave me initials, and I got his first name, Evan.
Darryl did everything
Ingram.
but put him in your lap for you to pat him to sleep.
The funny thing is, I typed in tight end for the NYG. They give me Rhett Ellison the first time.
He weak.
What the?
He weak. All right, man. Let's keep going with these. We got 3 more schedules to run down. Terry, you want me to start off since this is my team, or you want to start off?
We'll let you start off.
Okay. I'll start off. Starting off, San Francisco 49ers at home against Arizona. I'm going to take that win. At the Jets, I'm going to take that win. At the New York Football Giants, we'll probably stay in New York those 2 weeks while we up there. We'll take that win. Philly at home, I'm going to take that one. Miami at home, I'm going to take that one. The Rams at home, I'm going to take that one with some hesitation, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. At New England, no Tom Brady. I think we're going to take that one. At Seattle, I'm going to go ahead and take that loss. So at this point, we 7-1. The halfway point, we 7-1. I don't want no argument.
Yeah, you don't get an argument from me, buddy.
Okay. Then we play Green Bay at home. I just think we got their number. I'm going to take that win. I want to take us at New Orleans. I want to. I think we got a better team than them. We beat them down there last year. But I'm gonna go ahead and take that as a loss. I'm gonna take that as a loss. So I'm gonna take that as a loss. Then we're going to bye week. Coming off the bye week, we 8-2. We going to the Rams. I'm taking that win, and I might be picking with my heart instead of my mind, but I'm take that win.
Oh,
Buffalo.
Art?
Buffalo comes. I'm sticking with my picks. This is what I went with. This is what I'm going with. Buffalo coming to San Francisco. I'm taking Buffalo. Washington coming to San Francisco. I'm taking that win. We going to Dallas. I'm taking that win. So at this point, I'm projecting we're going to be 12-2. Then we playing at Arizona. Then we end the season at Seattle. And I got those flip-flop. We're going to lose one of those games. So I'm going to say, since we lost at Seattle, I'm going to say we lose at Arizona and we win at home against Seattle to finish the season at 13-3. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Well, I had us 14-2, but I'm gonna be more.
Oh, you got y'all on track, going right back to the Super Bowl again, right?
Of course.
Well,
of course.
The thing about that, we must be thinking just alike. I'm picking you guys to end up 13-3 as well. I'm thinking you're going to start off 7-0 with Arizona, the Jets, the Giants, Philly, Miami, Rams, at New England. Got them all listed as wins. I think y'all only downside is going to be the middle of the season. I got you guys on a 3-game losing streak.
3
at Seattle, Green Bay, and at New Orleans. I got you guys losing all 3 of those, but I have you finishing the remaining 6 games as a win. The Rams, Buffalo, Washington, at Dallas, at Arizona, and Seattle. So I got you guys starting off with 7-0, 3-game losing streak, and finishing the last 6 off with a win. That'll give you a 13-3 record. So.
Well, I'm gonna say this: I don't care how we get there, as long as we get there.
Yeah. So I'm seeing that. I'm thinking you guys are gonna be still strong coming back from last year, even though y'all disappointed a lot of people in the Super Bowl. I mean, I loved it. You know, you disappointed a lot of people, but that was,
run the ball.
I don't even want to talk about it.
But you guys are one of the top 2 teams in the NFC. So I can't hate on you for that and all that. I think you guys are going to be back in the thick of things. We'll talk a little bit later about how far we think you're going to go. But as of right now, I'm thinking it's going to be 13-3.
I cannot believe that he got me. He got the same thing I got. Y'all winning the last 6 games.
Are you serious?
He has the exact wins for the last 6 games.
Man, I'm
The
good.
only, only losses I got y'all down for is at New Orleans. That's me and you. You agreed on that. You thought y'all was going to lose at New Orleans as well. And I got y'all at Seattle losing. And I got you losing at home earlier against the Rams because it's a divisional game. So
So looks like we all agree at 13 and 3. Look at that.
Wow.
shocked.
Hey, I appreciate all the love y'all showing to my 49ers too.
Oh, it ain't no love, man.
No love,
not
it's just,
love,
it
it's
is what it
just-
is.
Dude, I would love to give you a 5 and 11 just like Rod. I would love to do that. I can't do it. You know, I don't, you know, I got to be fair about this thing.
5 and 11 at the bottom of the food
So-
chain, right?
5 and 11 should be the bottom of the food chain.
It is.
So let's just go recap all our predictions. Terry has Dallas finishing 12 and 4. He has the New York Giants finishing 5 and 11. And he has the San Francisco 49ers finishing 13 and 3. Hot Rod has Dallas finishing 9 and 7.
Yes.
He has the Giants finishing 11 and 5. He has San Francisco finishing 13 and 3, just like Terry did. I have Dallas finishing 9 and 7. I have the Giants finishing 8 and 8, and I have my 49ers finishing 13 and 3.
I'll take an 8 and 8 if we get in the playoffs.
Playoffs.
You won't get in the playoffs? Playoffs? Really? Playoffs?
Never know.
Now, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep these picks, and hopefully, you know, we making these predictions as it stands right now. The season is still going on, but that could change. You know, with everything that's going on with this virus and everything else, you know, it's a possibility that, you know, I know they were talking at one point, you know, maybe the season would go on with no fans, but I think since these some of these players started back training, and a few of them was diagnosed with the COVID-19. You know, I think if those numbers increase, they might consider canceling the season.
That's going to be tough, man. First of all, you know, our hearts and prayers go out to those that are dealing with this pandemic and all that. It's going to be sort of tough because what I know about the NFL, they love money. They love money. And if it's any kind of way they can make this thing work, they're going to try to make it work. But I have to agree with Coach McVay. And he was saying, how do you do that? How do you keep everybody safe, but we're playing football? Even though you don't have people in the stadium or anything like that, you're keeping them healthy. How do you keep the players healthy when you got to tackle each other? You're around each other. I mean, big groups and all that. So I agree with him. I don't know how they're going to end up doing it. So part of me is saying that you know, I ain't gonna say for a selfish reason, but it could be selfish. But they're about the money, so they're
Selfish.
gonna. Well, yeah, you know, you can argue that they're being selfish.
I
But
mean, we love our football. Come on.
I'm selfish.
Me too.
When it comes, I mean, the NBA, I mean, I would want them to try to finish the season because I think my Lakers have a good chance of winning. And even with their scenario as far as using the bubble, it's still some complications with doing that. So I don't even see how the NFL could use a bubble situation and get all these games in.
I tend to agree with you. I think
Practically impossible. Come on.
yeah, because I think MLB is they're on the cusp of canceling their season.
Yeah, so-
You got a lot of college football. I think they've closed down all the training camp facilities or something to that effect. Where I think you got a few colleges. I know Division I that's the COVID-19 is going rampant in their locker room and all that. So who knows? We can only just pray and make just hope this stuff goes away. But we got to do our part too, and help keep it clean and stop with all the big gatherings and all that and going out without their mask and all that. This stuff is serious. You know, my parents had it. My sister and them are currently going, and her husband are currently going through it now. So this has hit home to me. My parents them were doing fine now, but it was some rough patches up doing there. This stuff is real, and it's not going away anytime soon because we are not doing what we're supposed to do out there in the public to try to, you know, help make this stuff go away. So I encourage everybody out there to, you know, stay safe and keep your social distancing guidelines and do the things you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, and I just feel like, you know, understand that at some point, you know, it just may be a situation where we just have to get back out there and just, I don't want to say deal with it, but I mean, at some point we just got to open back up because we can't stay closed in forever. But like you said, we just got to be mindful about social distancing, wearing your mask, washing your hands, using hand sanitizer, just being sanitary all the way around. And hopefully, sooner than later, we can get over this hump, get over this thing, and look back on it and be like, wow, 2020 was one hell of a year.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, we're going to pause for another brief intermission, and we'll be right back. Don't you go nowhere.
NYG.
49ers.
The boys.
There'll be no more getting up early in the morning. I'm counting Benjamins. Me and my God is stacking major paper once again. I done struck like lightning. Ain't it exciting? $1 million dream I'm writing. Here comes the time when you're not frightened. I'm on my way to the top. To all the ones who dead and gone, rest in peace, man, they never stop. Bustin' like blocks. It feel good to be the kingpin of the block, but not from slacking rocks. This instrumental beating, and last weekend, me and my nigga, we had a meeting. I told him meet me at the Crown Plaza in an hour or two. I'll be parked in a lack behind the Lexus coupe. So bring your boots, it's time to go and get the loot. Cooperation is a must, or I'm going to shoot, so don't forget the bulletproof. We taking everybody to the roof. I think somebody's gonna tell the truth, but somebody's out to drop. The innocent people die for nothing. I think I wanna say something. I know the combination to the safe. Well, ain't that great? You dress my size, your clothes and briefcase. Make a plan, I escape. I'm G'ing all that I can G. My God is seeing all that I don't see, and I be gangsta D to the OCHOLIDA. Why should I let you get away when I know the cops are gonna spray many rounds in Doc Holiday? But man, I plan to hit the alleyway. Okay, I creep right past the poppers with the cheese. I stood in the crowd and watched them holler free.
I'm on a combo, it's $100 grand or more. Stepped out the elevator, cops covered the first floor. My disguise, past them, I'm out the door. Cops trying to get my attention, I must know for sure. I'm in the butterfly collar, big rim and slacks. My disguise, see my eyes with my high heel stacks. Y'all be tripping over the curb, man. Drop the keys to the bourbon back and go back on this one third hand. Hop into my jeans, they ain't a jersey. Me knew help me out the way, told me don't worry. Falling down my road where I'm buried. One tip, that bank burning, swerving in the stolen ass suburban. Now accommodators and emerging, shoot anyone in the way, even though they don't deserve it. I done never forgot the Crown Battle, that's where he at. It's the bourbon, call my player. Set a reservation for the left. I got a lifetime of money in my backpack. I might as well celebrate by a pound in a case of yak. Speeding already got away, it's no opinions, a motherfucking back. And some I know to be exact. And we're still running, and we're still running. Relentless motherfucker, still running.
And we are back. Well, we got our team predictions out the way. Now we're moving on to something a little bit more large scale. We're going to give our playoff prediction, teams that we're going to think going to win the division and make the playoffs. We're also going to give our Super Bowl teams and who we think going to win the Super Bowl this year. I guess we'll start with Rod on this one. See what he got over here.
Yeah, because he'll steal our picks.
AFC or NFC we're starting with here?
The one at the very top of your page, sir.
Remind me to do something to you later. Okay? We all on the same page, okay? NFC North. I think the Vikings are going to be a surprise this year. Everybody picking Green Bay, and
So Minnesota's your pick for the
Minnesota is my pick for the NFC North division champ. NFC South division champs will be. This comes to no surprise to you, Terry. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. They got the GOAT down there right now.
He said the GOAT.
The GOAT. Greatest of all time. I mean,
seems like I said that a little early before you got here, Rod. Somebody laughed at me.
and the NFC East.
No, I laughed at your
Terry don't like this. The NFC East is going to be a surprise as well. It's going to be the NYGs.
That goes along with your picks. I was getting.
If
you would have picked anybody other than the New York Jazz, we were going to have a problem.
From my heart, I'm telling you. Hey,
okay.
Yo, in the West, of course, it's this San Francisco thing going on. They got going on the West Coast.
Now we need your other three playoff teams that will make the playoffs.
The teams that will make the playoffs in the NFC, the Green Bay Packers will still make the playoffs. The Seattle Seahawks will still make the playoffs.
Just the hard one.
And the Dallas Cowboys will still make the playoffs.
The who? The who?
Did he say the Dallas Cowboys?
The Dallas Cowboys will still make the playoffs.
At 9-7.
At 9-7.
All right. Y'all heard it, folks.
Woo. Woo.
Is there a problem, Daryl?
No problem.
It's not a problem
It's
at all,
not a
sir.
problem.
It's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
It-
Okay.
and if
I said, Daryl, I know ain't no problem with you.
But it ain't no problem with him either. If he is, he get over it.
He will get over.
I mean, I'm just looking at. I mean, hey, these your picks. All right, you want to? Let's get your AFC team. Yeah.
AFC North. I got the Baltimore Ravens taking that division. In the AFC South, it's going to be not a surprise, but it's going to be the Tennessee Titans. They coming up. AFC East, of course. New England will not win the AFC East. Next year, it's going to be a new sheriff in town, and it's called the Buffalo Bills. AFC West, of course, and no surprise to nobody, is Kansas City. And the other three playoff teams will be the Indianapolis Colts,
Interesting.
the Cleveland Browns, and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Wow.
You have it.
That's bold.
There you have it.
That's bold. Okay, you can continue to out of those two divisions. I mean, who's going to the Super Bowl and who's going to win it, and why?
The Super Bowl teams and the winners will be. I think San Francisco is going back to the Super Bowl
Okay.
to finish up some unfinished business from last year. And in the AFC, I think it's going to be a rematch of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh my goodness.
There you have it.
Wait a minute. No.
I'll take it.
You got to pick.
I'll
You
take
got to
it.
pick a Super Bowl winner.
I said
No,
San Francisco is going to finish up some unfinished business.
You say,
So I'm going to say San Francisco going to beat Kansas City.
okay.
this
Wait,
time.
the fans need you to say that, and I need you to say that because I know how you change stuff from week to week.
Kansas City will lose against San Francisco this year.
All
I'm all
right.
for that.
Let me say it again.
Now sounds good to me.
Sound good to me.
I don't agree with it, but it sounds good.
You want to do yours here?
Yeah. Me and Rod was on the same page as far as the teams. Maybe not more so the division. In NFC North, I'm thinking the Packers are gonna continue to do their thing. NFC South, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. NFC East, come on. The Cowboys, you know, I'm saying they're going to be 12-4, so how can they not win the division? So, got the Cowboys. NFC West, San Francisco. The 3 playoff teams that I got coming out of the NFC is New Orleans, Seattle, and Minnesota. But that, I'm telling you, I had to struggle with that. And the reason why is because I have 2 teams that's on the borderline that could have taken a couple of these people's place. And that is the Atlanta Falcons. And that they were going to be a tough one for me to. In Arizona, believe it or not, I give them a couple years. Arizona going to be a tough team to beat. So those 2 are going to fight it out with the Minnesota and New Orleans of the world. Because I think New Orleans is going to take a step down. With all this Drew Brees controversy and all this stuff, I just think that their focus is not going to be right. So Atlanta and Arizona, you guys were on the cusp of making it, but it's going to be New Orleans, Seattle, and Minnesota.
I didn't have Arizona on the cusp. I had, well, it was hard picking between the Rams because I think they're going to have a bounce back year. Atlanta finished strong last year, so I think they're going to be back in the hunt. So, yeah, I feel you on that. For anybody that goes back and says, oh, you picked this, and take the time to go through and do exactly what we're doing. I have so much respect for these people that make these predictions now, because when you go and do it yourself and you actually got to eliminate some of these teams, it is way harder than you think. I mean, it's easy to go back and say, oh, at the end of the season, oh, yeah, you should have known this and you should have known that. I'm telling you, I went through this for maybe 3 days, and I was going back and forth, back and forth. I mean, the division winners, whatever, I kind of had them in my, those 4. But then that last 3 is so hard to just get it to just 3. You almost want to be like, man, let's make it. Let's put one more in there.
Yeah, it's tough, man, and it goes back to, like I said, like Daryl said, the people that makes these predictions and all that. Kudos to you. I had to do a lot of prep work. Daryl has done a lot of prep work. Rod.
Hater. Haters. Hold up. With the S on the end of it now.
Okay, let's finish up with your AFC.
AFC North, Baltimore Ravens. I agree with Rod with the AFC South, with the Tennessee, as well as the AFC East with the Buffalo. AFC West, Kansas City is going to continue to roll through that division. But my 3 playoff teams are going to be Cleveland, which I agree with Rod, Houston, and New England. Even though New England is going to take a big step back, you still got a coach over there in Belichick. You still got a system. And the last I checked, whoever he puts in his system, it's been working. So taking Tom Brady out of there, the only time that he's missed a full season is when he tore his, I think, ACL against the Steelers week 1 some years ago. Someone came in. Who's the quarterback that came in? And they
Matt Castle.
Matt Castle, and they still, I think, went 11-5.
Didn't make the playoffs that year though.
No, they didn't make it, but they went 11-5. So it goes to show you, a lot of times, Belichick is the master of plug and play.
He is, but I just feel like they're gonna have other issues this year. You can debate. Did they win these Super Bowls because of Tom Brady? Did they win them because of Bill Belichick? We about to find out this year.
Oh, yeah.
We're about to find out. And I just feel like, I think Tom Brady, and I'm not taking anything away from Belichick. I think he's a great coach. I just feel like even with Belichick being a great coach, Tom Brady held it all together. By him being the quarterback that he was, and for him to take all the ridicule and took everything that Belichick threw, and that trickled down to the other players because they kind of looked at it like, well, dang, if he treating Tom like that, I don't think he's gonna have that buffer in the locker room this year.
I agree, but he should treat Tom no different than anybody else. That's the reason why I tell you, coaching. When you go back to the Cowboys, coaching. Belichick, with a lot of the talent that the Cowboys have, you put Belichick over there in place of Garrett, I promise you, we'd have been to the Super Bowl multiple times. with that same talent. And I'll watch it, Rod.
I agree with
Oh,
you.
wow. Wow.
So much.
Jimmy Johnson didn't have that concept. He didn't treat all of them the same.
He didn't treat all of them the same, but he held them accountable. He held them accountable. You couldn't sit over there. Tony Romo, when he was a couple of bad games and he throwing 5 or 6 interceptions, Garrett was not going to take you out the ball game. Jimmy Johnson would take you out. He didn't. If you're not performing, he don't care who you are. He held you accountable, and we didn't have that accountability in Dallas. We just didn't. You know, I admit I used to cry every game. I've been crying for years. So now, I'm from the show me state. They got to show me. But now they've showed me, and they've showed Cowboy Nation. We got a new coach in there, so it's no excuses. You won't hear no more excuses from me.
Mike McCarthy.
You know what?
I'm just not sold on him.
I'm not sold on your coach. Who is he?
He is.
Who is he? What has he done?
You know what he is?
Mike McCarthy does have a Super Bowl, right?
He does. Does your coach?
No, my coach got 2 Super Bowl losses.
That's not winning the Super Bowl.
Oh,
No.
I might need to go back and change my picks on the San Francisco team.
Exactly.
No, it's kind of like what me and you talked about, Rod. I said, if we in that situation again, there's no way he'll make that same mistake again. And that's why I was so confident with them winning this past year.
Did he make the same mistake?
He made the same mistake again.
Exactly.
So I'm going to say it now.
He won't make it the third time is what you're saying.
I'm with fingers crossed. I'm hoping he doesn't make the same. If we're in that same position, I'm hoping he doesn't make the same mistake 3 times. I mean, I just can't see. I mean, that would just be. I just couldn't see him making that same mistake. I mean,
I don't think you should speak on it.
You might tell him, Rod. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I need to get it out there.
You said the same exact thing.
I need to get it out there so he can understand. And what's scaring me the most about it is they asked him if you could change anything, would you? And he said he wouldn't change a thing. Oh. So that's kind of
But then you want to come over here in my way and talk about McCarthy.
I mean,
what's the group, Rod?
McCarthy does have a Super Bowl ring.
Yes, he does. Yeah, and what's the gospel song? Sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. I'm just saying.
I'm sweeping. I'm telling you the downfalls of my coach. I'm being for real about it. And I still think we got a tight enough team, a good enough team to get back to that point. And like I said, hopefully we'll be up by 30 and we won't have to worry about it.
And like I said,
10 wasn't enough.
Yeah, evidently not. But y'all was taking y'all were taking good selfies though. Y'all did a hell of a job taking selfies.
Don't start that, Ted.
10 ain't enough. You might as well make it 30 and a half.
I know, right? This guy talking about we were taking selfies. And I still defend them for that because it's not like they just up and started doing that. They have been doing that all year long.
Well, I consider it cockiness. That's what you have your opinion. I have my opinion. Right. I chose to believe that they were cocky and thought they had the game in the bag.
No, I don't think we. I think we were confident that we're handling this team that everybody thought was going to come in and just roll over us. I think we were confident. I don't think we were cocky.
It was cocky.
No, I mean, cocky is...
You guys running 80 yards down the field to take a selfie.
We did it all year.
Okay, I'm just saying.
We did it all year. If it was just something they did in the Super Bowl, then I would totally agree with you. But it was something that they were doing all year. They did it in New Orleans.
I bet you if they get there next year, they don't do it again. I bet you don't get cocky and do it again.
I mean, I would.
Oh, yeah, you would.
I mean, I would. I mean, if it's what we do, it's what we do.
Yeah, y'all were the Cowboys.
That ain't what made us lose.
Well, I'll tell you what. Y'all blew up Facebook with memes.
I did. I don't.
No, I'm just saying with those selfies. How many? Oh, Facebook. Oh, they just exploded. I mean, it's got plenty of them. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that. Let me finish with my picks.
Yeah.
Let me finish with my picks because we can go on all day. This is going to surprise you. I got Kansas City returning to the Super Bowl, but not repeating, just like Rod. Except I got a different team. The 49ers will get beat. In the divisional round. Okay? They had their chance. I have the Dallas Cowboys.
I know.
Hold on, no. See, you're grinning, and
I know.
let me finish. Will you let me finish?
Uh-oh.
Let me finish. I have the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playing for the NFC Championship. Okay? Going to the Super Bowl, I have my beloved Cowboys losing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to the Super Bowl with all those weapons and defeating the Kansas City Chiefs and becoming the 2020-21 Super Bowl champions. So I'm giving it to you, real.
And this is what I got to say about that. We didn't go over Tampa Bay record, so I don't know what you projecting their record to be or whatever. I'm gonna say this: if Dallas make it to the NFC Championship game against any other team other than my team, I think they'll win. Because that'll mean they don't got over a lot of obstacles, and I don't think they'll falter if they get that far.
I don't trust them. I equate that to I'm like a jilted lover. They've done this to me years and years and years and years. So you know what? If they can just get to the NFC Championship, I'm a happy camper. You know what I mean? If anything beyond that, I'm ecstatic. But trust me, I go through the ups and downs with them just like they've been going through and being mediocre for 20 years. So I'm not finna go that way and put that type of pressure. I'm not finna do that.
I think that's that reverse psychology.
No.
If I cheer for them, they'll lose. If I pick against them, they'll win.
No.
I just don't think they'll go that far and not take it.
It's him. He just damaged goods. He's damaged goods.
Who's damaged goods?
You.
Yeah, I told you I'm damaged.
I agree
But
with
Steve,
you, buddy.
but Stephen
I can
A.
understand why.
And I love Stephen A.
Because Dallas take you on a roller coaster ride.
Dallas will take you, and we are a mistake waiting to happen. Don't think Steve.
Okay. Wait a minute. Well, let me ask you this. You said earlier Mike McCarthy was everything that Jason Garrett wasn't, right?
Right.
So why would you think that if they made it that far, he won a Super Bowl, as you just said?
Darryl, don't talk.
So why wouldn't he be able to get your Dallas Cowboy team with the best receiving core, as you say, with a middle of the field defense? Why wouldn't he be able?
I didn't say.
Or you just giving Tom Brady that much credit?
No, I'm giving Tom Brady that much credit. I told you that we were 8-8. And I would give us a 3 or 4 game turnaround with the right coach. Did I say that, Rod?
Yeah.
I said I didn't tell you a Super Bowl win or nothing. I said there will be a 3 to 4 game difference.
So Mike McCarthy just good enough to get you 3 or 4 more wins, but he's going
to be there. He's not on a 1 year contract.
But he's not good enough to get you a Super Bowl.
I ain't saying he wasn't going to be.
He's just not going to get you one this year.
It may not be this year. Okay. Let's not just put the cart before the horse. Now you got to have progressive steps. We still got the 49ers to go through. We still got that. You got a lot of good up and coming teams that's going. You got a lot of repeat teams, the Green Bays of the world who has our number and all that. Until we can prove that we can sit up there and do that, I'm not projecting or predicting anything. I'm just saying our coach has been our problem the last 10 years. We have a Super Bowl winning coach that's coming in that's going to equate to 3 to 4 wins. It's all I'm guaranteeing this year.
So basically what you're saying is Dallas going to let Dallas Nation down again.
That's not letting us down. Rod, what is he not hearing?
12-4.
I said to go from 8-8 to get 3 more wins, to go 11-5 to 12-4.
12-4
to me is another playoff entry. Us getting to the playoffs. We haven't been to the playoffs but 2 or 3 times in the last 20 years. Okay?
12-4.
So
NFC Championship game, and y'all lose, and you telling me you wouldn't be disappointed?
That's a win. No, I wouldn't be disappointed. Why would I? I'm disappointed not making the playoffs,
and again,
or getting in the first round and getting towed up by somebody you shouldn't get towed up. That's expectations. When we expect it to win, we don't do it.
I'm gonna say this: you probably in the 1% Dallas group that feels that way.
No.
If y'all 12-4 and y'all in the NFC Championship game, I can see everything. I can see all the we got this. I can see a celebration on Facebook. That's cocky.
He ain't going for it,
Daryl, what are you telling us?
for it.
Stop.
because you know who stands in the way? The GOAT.
And guess who? And guess who I got losing to the GOAT? The Cowboys.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Y'all giving Tom Brady way too much credit.
No.
y'all giving
This
Tom
guy-
Brady. Y'all, I mean,
This guy's a 6-time Super Bowl
Yeah,
champion,
whatever.
and he could very
okay.
well.
He
It ain't all
okay.
about Tampa Bay.
okay.
It ain't all about Tom Brady.
He falling off a cliff just like
It
Max
ain't all
Kellerman
about-
said.
He should fall off the cliff. How old is he?
Well, he falling off.
But my point is, he's a 6-time Super Bowl champion. He very well could be a 9-time Super Bowl champion.
He could be a 3 or 4 time champion as well.
Well, that's true too. But
And so he's 6.
Tomatoes, tomatoes.
We give him his 6.
But
we give him his 6.
But those,
And I ain't saying he ain't good,
He
but I
could be
think.
an 8-time champion.
Oh,
as
come
well.
on, yeah, he wants, yeah, because
If the Giants had not
the-
took care of their
that's my
business.
point. That's what I'm saying. And both of those games went down to the wire where they could have won.
Yeah. Exactly.
So again, I'm not a big Brady fan, but
I mean, I can't
he's
tell.
the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
I can't tell.
I'm not a big Brady fan either.
He's the GOAT.
He going to a new system. I'm not saying he's not gonna do good. He might put up some numbers, but to just say they just gonna come in and Brady going to the Super Bowl and win. I mean, come on,
Man,
I mean,
look at the weapons that
I'm
man
looking
got.
at the weapons.
The
I'm
dude got
looking at
weapons.
all of them.
He got a running back. He got a top-notch tight end. He has 3 good receivers and a decent offensive line. I promise you, and I'm telling you
Don't
that
forget about that defense.
that's what that's what I don't want.
Defense
I told
is gonna be
Darryl
pretty
they're
good.
going to be pretty good.
Because they ain't gonna be put in those situations
Exactly.
last year.
Okay,
that-
Exactly.
You know what I
that
want
crab
now?
legs put
You know
him
what
in.
I want now? Then, and I might even go in here and change all my. I want Tampa Bay to meet us in the Super Bowl, so we can all this GOAT talk. We can.
How can they meet y'all? In the
Well,
Super
the
Bowl?
NFC Championship.
You don't want that, Darryl.
I mean, it don't matter to me who we play, as
What-
long as we get there. What I'm saying,
You don't
is-
want the GOAT either.
What I'm saying, y'all giving him way too much. Y'all living in the past.
He deserved the pass.
Y'all living in the past.
Well, you only known for how many Super Bowl championships you
How
win.
good did he do last year?
We ain't talking about last year. We
Okay,
talking about
okay.
you only known as how many Super Bowl champs you win.
Okay.
And he's won the Super Bowl 6 times.
Okay.
And last I checked, that's more than anybody in the history of the NFL.
Could have been 8.
Could have been 8.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we'll go over to your picks, but you know,
Okay.
my picks are Tampa Bay to beat Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl and become 2020-21 Super Bowl champs.
Okay. Tom Brady, the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Better than Joe Montana.
Yes.
The GOAT.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
It's hard for me to say that, but yes.
Okay.
Yes.
NFC North. I'm going steadfast with Green Bay.
Daryl's division winners and playoff teams.
Now y'all made me want to change this. NFC South, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay?
Tampa who?
The GOAT? Too much credit.
No, they can win it. I just feel like the Saints gonna take a step back, Atlanta gonna take a step up, and Tampa Bay might squeeze in there. I mean, I went out on the limb on this, but
Well-
had I known,
Well, when you get to talking,
I promise you I wouldn't have picked them. But I picked them, and I'm gonna stick with them.
Well, you're supposed to stick with them.
No,
and it's because of the GOAT.
No,
it ain't because of Jameis Winston. It's because of the GOAT that
It's a lot of reasons why I picked them.
Okay.
But nonetheless, I picked them. NFC East, I'm going with my Dallas. NFC West, of course, San Francisco.
Yeah.
Now we get down here to these last 3 teams to make the playoffs. I got New Orleans, Seattle, and the Rams. I just feel like they're the teams, and I might be wrong because I got 3 teams from the NFC West.
Yeah.
It might not happen like that, but looking at these other teams, I don't know.
Overkill.
Yeah, it might be a little overkill, but I just feel like they're going to take a step up. AFC North, we all agree Baltimore. Surprisingly, we all agree Tennessee and Buffalo and Casey. I guess all that was just almost obvious. Y'all seem to think Cleveland gonna bounce back. I'm picking Pittsburgh to bounce back. Thinking Pittsburgh gonna bounce back. At least make the playoffs. I mean, Cleveland might have another year before they get there, but I think Pittsburgh got enough that they can get in there. Mike Tomlin will figure out something. He'll figure out some kind of way. I'm still I'm going with New England. I'm just going with New England, and then I'm gonna go. And this was a hard one, but I'm just gonna go with Houston. I just feel like some kind of way Deshaun Watson gonna make it happen. He's still gonna get there. Indy, I wanted to put Indy there, but I don't know about Phillip Rivers. I don't know. It's gonna be a surprise team in here somewhere. Somewhere it's gonna be a surprise team that we didn't think about. Whatever.
It's already a surprise team. Pittsburgh.
They were 8-8 last year.
Big surprise.
8-8 last year.
Pittsburgh ain't been in the playoffs in the last 2-3 years.
Okay. Like you said, this is my picks. These are my picks.
You're right.
Okay, Super Bowl, I got San Francisco versus Baltimore, and I got us winning.
It figures. It figures.
I mean, we got 2 San Franciscos, 1 Tampa Bay. I'm so over this. I don't know. This Tom Brady.
And I hope all of us are wrong and the NYG falls at the
ain't
bottom
going
of the
nowhere.
line. That's all I hope.
It won't be. It won't
the
be
NYG follows at all 3 of these bottom lines.
Is Eli coming back?
Yeah,
they really ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, Eli coming back.
I mean the young Eli.
He coming back to watch the games to show how it's done because he forgot how he got there. Game has passed Eli by. Thank you for those 2 Super Bowls, Eli.
Eli who?
Manning.
We'll be right back after a quick intermission. Thank you.
Eli Manning.
Today, WAP. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion have just released a new video called WAP. If you don't know what that means, I might tell you by the end of the video. I don't know. So, of course, there's a big uproar about it. Everybody's talking about how they're bad role models, how children are seeing this and all of that. I thought the video was wonderful. It took me back with the hairstyle and with there's some hoes in this house, there's some hoes in this house. Oh my God, it took me back to when I was a little more limber and could get down with it. Well, you know, only thing was moving that night was my arms and legs and head. But anyway, so there's a big, and of course, usually it's men who have something to say about this video. My thing is, where was all this outrage with Tip Drill? Were y'all outraged when Tip Drill was released? That was soft porn. No, that wasn't soft porn, that was porn. And y'all didn't have nothing to say about that. I didn't hear all this uproar about that and what the children are seeing. Y'all was playing it every night on BET, waiting on it to come on, wasn't you? And you was rubbing your little credit cards that didn't have nothing on it, talking about a Tip Drill, whatever. So my thing is, why y'all got a problem with them rapping about WAP, but that's what you want them to have for your pleasure? So they can just have it for your pleasure, but they can't rap about it. They can't talk about it. Sure enough, a mess. I don't understand what the big outrage is. We know what Cardi B raps about. We know what Meg Thee Stallion raps about. The problem comes in when you all should be watching what your children are doing. You should be watching and paying attention to what your children are downloading, what your children are watching when they're not in your presence. Yes, you can still control that. Put those things, they have apps available on these phones that y'all get them when they 3 years old. You stop doing all of that. That's the real issue. They even had this one guy talking about this is what happens when children are raised with no father in the house and no God in their life. Really? Really? Well, let's talk about that.
How about the fact that where them daddies was at? Talk about why the daddies was gone. Talk about why daddy ain't in the house so-called raising these women and men who rap about the things that they rap about and talk about the things that they talk about. I don't understand what it's grown folks music. It's not for children. It's grown folks music. So if your children are listening to it and seeing it, whose fault is that? Not Cardi B and not Meg the Stallion. Not their problem. You know what they rap about, so you control what happens in your home. If you don't like it, just keep it moving. Keep it scrolling. You don't have to press play. I wonder why all these people who are talking about it, I bet you watched it more than once. Didn't you? I know you did. So stop faking that you care so much about what the children are seeing. Because as I said, y'all giving them these devices when they 3 years old. That's all they do is scroll and look on YouTube. So of course they're probably going to come across it because it's trending. So what I want to tell you is WAP. I don't know what y'all think about it and what y'all think it means, but it means wet ass pussy, gushy, good stuff, macaroni in the pot. That's what she said and that's what she meant. Now this has been Show Enough with Sharita. I'll see you next time.
And we're back. We normally talk about sports on this show, but the name is Sports Talking More. So we like to tackle other issues too. So we're not going to only talk about sports, current events or things that are happening in our society. One of the things we wanted to talk about is kneeling during the national anthem and Colin Kaepernick. It's a hot subject. Everybody got their opinion. And one thing about me, I think I'm opinionated, but I respect other people's opinion. How you feel is how you feel. And we should never think bad about somebody because they have a certain opinion or, get into heated arguments about someone's opinion. Facts are different. Facts are facts. An opinion, everybody got an opinion. So as far as kneeling for the flag and kneeling for the national anthem, I don't have a problem with it. I'm a U.S. Marine Corps veteran. Me personally, when I'm at sporting events or anywhere where they doing the national anthem, I don't have a problem standing, putting my hand over my heart. If someone feels that they shouldn't do it, I don't look down on them or whatever because, that's why we fought. That's why we fought in these wars for your freedom. Freedom to express, how you feel about a situation. And I think with the Colin Kaepernick thing, everybody kind of got off track of what he was doing. And I think it was on purpose. I don't think people got off track because, I think they got off track because they didn't want to talk about what the issue was. And his issue was social injustice. And I think now everybody's eyes are being open. If it wasn't open wide, it's open wider. These things have to be talked about. We can't keep pushing stuff under the rug and just saying, "Oh, this will go away," or "It's better than it was," and just settling for what's been going on every day.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of person that we hit on Black Lives Matter. We hit on All Lives Matter. We hit on this and that. And, you know, don't get me wrong. There are some black people that just do some stupid stuff. And when you do stupid stuff, even though you're the one that's doing it, we tend to all get put in one barrel.
Yep, one bubble. Yep.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, because these people over here doing something stupid, we all get tagged with that assumption that all people are, all blacks are this, or it go the other way, all whites are this, because, you know, there are some racist white people, there are some racist black people. In my opinion, we all have a bit of, I'm not even gonna call it racism. We all have a pride of whatever we are. I got black pride because I'm black. You know, if you're white, you can't understand that, just like I can't understand you feeling how you feel as a white person. But in the United States of America, this country is supposed to be for everybody. So that's white, black, Chinese, Asian, whatever the nationality is, whatever, everything that you could possibly be, you know, you're supposed to be able to be that in America. And you're supposed to be able to be that and be equal with everybody else. Now, we can go back and forth on this and that, and this person shouldn't, but if you just look at what it's supposed to be, everybody is supposed to be equal no matter what they are. And that's what's supposed to make this country so great.
Yeah, and to piggyback a little bit on what you're talking about, I'm also a veteran with the United States Navy. So I care deeply about the flag. The thing about it is, this is going to be an uncomfortable conversation, but we need to start being comfortable talking about this type of stuff. You know, that's the reason why this stuff has been going on so long. And I just, again, my personal opinion, and I just applaud Colin Kaepernick for what he did some years ago. The only issue with that is we didn't have enough African Americans stand by him. And just to go about some stats from Stephen A. Smith from First Take a few weeks ago, last, you know, we checked, you know, it's well over 1,600 NFL players. When Colin decided to kneel a few years ago, there was roughly about 200 people with him. So, you know, where's the rest of the people? Where are the you know, the majority of this 1,600 that was trying to join him? So he did it peaceful, no issues with that, and I just think he needs to be applauded. We always talk about praying for peace in this world. We keep screaming Black Lives Matter. If that's the case, why are so many of our black people losing their lives to black people? We're losing black people every day due to black on black crime. And how can we fight a war against racism when we can't even win the war against ourselves? So that's one of the things that I wanted to touch on, because, like I said, you know, it's bad seeds. You know, hatred knows no color. Some of my best friends are white. Some of the people that stood by my side, some of my better friends in the military, were white, mostly white, or different nationalities. So, with that being said, I don't look at color. You know, I look at what's in the heart and how you treat me. You know, God says up above that you should love everybody. We should love everybody. We shouldn't do it, you know, show favoritism based off race, sex, anything like that. So, you know, that's a little touchy subject for me, but it's something that I'm learning more too. I'm thinking, you know, with all this stuff that's happened over the course of the last couple months, you know, it's educating us all. I've learned a little bit more. Learn a little bit more about our Juneteenth heritage. I'm just going to be honest with you. I've been celebrating Juneteenth for some years, but I didn't know what all Juneteenth entails. I knew the gist of it, of you know, what it stands for, but I didn't know the whole background behind it. And I'm learning more and more each day. And I just want to applaud the different companies around the world and different things. I think I know a few big ones have started observing that as a paid holiday. So kudos to you for that, with that history and us learning how to be a better people, a better country, and all that. So I say this to say this. We all can agree to disagree. Again, like Darryl said, this is a touchy subject, but it's a subject that we all need to have. And in order for us to make this a better place, we have to do better. And I'm speaking and I'm pleading with our African American community to do their part and stop hating and stop killing each other. Let's quit just taking whenever we want to make a stand, make it on certain things and not about others. So practice what you preach. And I just hope and pray that, this time next year, we won't be talking about this thing, that we've come a long way or we've done much better than what we're doing now, but we only have to take it one day at a time. So that's what I have to say about that.
Yeah, and the whole thing is we have to break cycles. We have to break the cycles of we always say black people like crabs in a barrel. They always trying to pull as soon as one of them get to the top, they trying to pull them back in and stuff like that, And when I say we need to break the cycle, you have to. What happened was when we were in slavery days, they pitted us against each other. So it's been instilled in us to feel that way. When the master, would put Terry in charge of me, he'll treat Terry a little bit better than he treated me. So Terry wanted to get treated, he wanted to, keep being treated good. So, if I tried to escape, he wasn't going to let me escape because that was going to be bad on him. So it's that cycle that we have to break. And the same thing, I think, with the white population, it's whatever you've been taught. I don't even know what you've been taught. So I just know some haven't been taught the right way or what I would perceive as being the right way. If we all equal, and it goes back to, I don't feel like, I'm not asking for a handout. I'm not asking you to do no more for me than you would do for anybody else. It's just like in the NFL. Give the coach that's the best coach for the job, give him the job. I mean, the Rooney Rule and all of that stuff, I think it was good. The principle of it was good, but it didn't work. And I think it didn't work because it wasn't, that just mean, okay, I'm going to bring you in and interview you, but that don't mean I'm going to necessarily hire you. As long as I bring you in for an interview, I did what the rules say I have to abide by.
I call that a token interview.
Exactly.
So you're right. But I promise you, what's been happened over the course of the last 3-4 weeks, I just see a bigger change now. Maybe a lot of them don't want to do it. It's by force and not by choice, but whatever the case may be, the NFL is up under the microscope now, and they've went on the record and saying that Colin was right. That I'm hearing now that the president is saying that he should be allowed in the league and all this type of stuff. They're making sort of donations and different things to go towards future thing about social injustice. So I see a difference coming now. I think the platform, we need more from our stars to come out and help us with this and help us spearhead it. There was a video came out about 3 weeks ago where a lot of the top young NFL stars came out and made a video. It was wonderful. But we don't need to just stop there at that one video. We need to keep doing it. Keep putting yourself out there because you have that platform to make it better for the ones that don't have that voice, the rookies, the one that's not making that much money. You are the stars of the league. So we're leaning on you to continue to help us fight the good fight.
Yeah, and I just, just like with the Rooney Rule, You said it's a token interview. I hope what the NFL is doing right now isn't token. I think I don't want them doing it because okay, now we having so much outcry from this and that and all of this. You know, I put it in the perspective of you look at a Michael Vick and what he did as far as dog fighting and killing dogs and horrible. It's bad. What he did, that whole dog fighting ring, it was all bad. But I think he truly regretted it.
He did.
I think he came back and tried to do everything that he could to make it right. And then you still had people wanting to shoot him down, didn't want to see him succeed, didn't want him to get a contract. Those are the things that we're fighting for. We want to see everybody. Everybody gonna make a mistake. Everybody gonna mess up. But if you truly see where you were wrong and you want forgiveness, I think you should be given that.
This is the land of second chances, and Michael Vick got his second chance and he made the best of it. You haven't heard Michael Vick's name in a negative way since he's did his time. He's paid his debt to society. He admitted. First thing about you're doing something wrong is the first thing is admitting it, is to make sure that you hold your own self accountable, which he did. But it's not for us to judge, who gets second chances and what they do with it and all that. But that brings me to say he's taking his second chance, and I think he's speaking around the United States about animal cruelty. He's doing that. He got a second chance in the league. He made the best of that. We haven't seen him. So you do have good situations come out of people. Good people do bad things is what I want to say. Good people do bad things. No one is perfect, but like I said, everybody should have a chance to redeem themselves, and I'm just hoping we have more success stories like Mike Vick in the future.
Yeah, and I'm going to just shut up right now because I could just go on and on and on about how I feel that, how I wish that things could be harmonious, black and white relationships in the United States would just everybody just be able to get along. And I think we would prosper so much better as a country if we could just get to that level. I know me and Terry been talking, Rob. We kind of
I'm agreeing with everything you're saying.
I know you got your opinions or whatever. So I'm gonna open up the floor for you to if you want to add anything to what we said, feel free to. Because like I said, I know me and Terry probably could go all day on, because we don't talk about this stuff. We could go on all day long talking about this.
Yeah.
He did ask you, is there anything you wanted to add, Roderick?
I don't want to add anything.
Oh, okay.
Y'all said it all.
Well, with that,
the only thing I'm gonna add to it is it all starts with respect of people. Everybody on this earth is a human being, and if you treat people as human beings and respect them, you wouldn't have no problems. But we know that's not gonna happen in this world we live in today. You got good people, you got bad people, and it's gonna always be like that. So it all starts with me with respect. Respect others, no matter what color or nationality they are. You will have so much less problems in life. But some people are raised or taught hatred or taught that I'm better than you because I'm this, I'm better than you because I'm that. You know what I'm saying? But it's the wrong way to teach people. But some people, that's instilled in them from day one when they're kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When they're kids, and then that's all they ever been taught in life. So what they gonna believe If you instill something
What
in
their
somebody,
parents taught them,
what their parents teach them,
or whoever they getting their
whoever
information.
raised,
Yeah,
exactly.
whoever
So-
raising them. So sometimes your parents can tell you the right thing, and then you can be out here in the streets or wherever else with your friends, and you just get attached to the wrong thing, and you just kids believe what they want to believe. So
And speaking on kneeling or protesting, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, like you said, this country was supposed to be built on freedom of speech.
freedom of speech.
And if you ain't hurting nobody else just because the national anthem is on and you kneeling to protest for a greater cause of black men losing their lives, black women losing their lives because of police brutality, I mean,
There's
nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. And we've heard several times on the television, radio, where we've had former veterans and said that they have a problem with it, that, this disrespecting the flag. Well, you got two guys on the forum right now that are veterans as well. And we both don't see anything wrong with it, as long as it's peaceful. And it has been. I mean, Colin did what he did in a peaceful way. And he told you in advance that it had nothing to do with any disrespect for the military, the flag, or anything like that. It was something totally bigger. A lot of us chose not to listen to that and hear him. Well, we heard him, but we didn't. We listened to him, but we didn't hear him. And now, fast forward a couple of years later, he was right all along. The only difference between then and now is that he's got a lot more people on his side, which he should have had that years ago.
But the thing about it, we hear all this protest about Colin, but no one ever said anything when Tim Tebow did the exact same thing.
amen.
It was nothing said. No, it was no big spiel, no big you wrong and this and that. And I think he was doing it for pro-life, pro-choice, or
Yes. He was against abortion.
against abortions, and that's what he kneeled for. And no one said a word. And I just want to piggyback on one thing when we're talking about race. I saw this lady; she made a good point, and she said the problem is, you got the white race, you got the black race, you got the Asian race, you got all these different races, but it's only one race, and that's the human race.
Thank you.
And I think if we all could abide by that, we'd make this world a much better place.
Yep, I agree.
It's like in the 1968 Olympics when Tommy Smith and John Carlos held their fists up during the national anthem, and they were saying people were saying it was a black power thing, but they totally said it was not a black power thing. It was a human rights thing, and that's where it all starts at. What I just said, it's all about human rights.
Yeah,
everybody's a human being. Everybody should be put on the same platform and treated the same way, no matter what color, race, or ethnicity.
Yeah, I mean, it's, and we go back and forth with some of our white friends on Facebook, we fighting for. I mean, the whole thing with us has been really civil rights. We asking for civil rights. I heard a comedian say, we ain't even asking for equal rights. We just want, just be civil with us.
Yeah.
We just want civil rights.
Right.
I mean, we could go on and on. Like I said, we can go on and on about this. When you look at it, I don't think we're asking for you to put us up on a pedestal. We just want to be equal. Can you just make us equal? If you can, I don't think that's hard.
Right.
But with that being said,
It was a great first show, fellas.
yeah, it was a great first show.
Great first
show. I think with what we just said, that's a good end to the show.
Yeah.
So I think we'll end the show, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Again, happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
Yeah, we taping this on June 20. What's the date? 21st.
I think it's
June 21st, 2020. It's our first episode.
Happy Father's Day, guys.
Yeah, we hope we were informative. We hope we were made you laugh. We hope we put some on your mind to think about. And I hope that you be looking forward to calling in, tuning in, and all of that.
Yeah, we're going to have some special guests.
Yeah, we're going to have some
things,
special guests.
things like that. So all the social media platforms is going to be out there shortly. So we asking everybody to share, post, comment, anything. We love what we do. It's nothing about any type of money, anything like that. When we first thought about doing this thing, man, we just had fun talking about different things, life, sports, different things like that. So this stuff comes natural to us. So this is something we love to do. And like I said, we hope that, you know, you enjoyed our very first show. And thumbs down. Hope you love our very first show. And we just appreciate you guys.
That is a leather 49ers helmet. That is a leather 49ers helmet. I think
I'm surrounded.
I think it was vintage. I think that was the first helmet. It was worn by offensive linemen. No, I'm just playing out. Anyway, hey guys,
it's made out of old peach baskets.
I hope you guys enjoy the show, and we're looking forward to seeing you again. Thank you.
Thank you, and be blessed.
Watch the movie, man. You making me sleep. Show up at your job with some apple lotion, a lifetime of sexy draws and bras. Get in the car, let's go bars to stars, closer to Mars. Change the alphabet to you and I, cause this world is ours. What about our own beach? With a permanent path to fit our own feet. A copper squatting cheap or sweet beneath our own palm tree. Enjoy yourself, girl, cause this on me. You keep your beat for what it's for. Important people, they can't reach you. We on the lost land like Tarzan, Janet Cheetah. Sipping margaritas, making love like we on overdub. And can't stop, buck naked. Nobody's supposed to be here, ask Deborah Cox. Keeping your spot, laying in the sand while the waves rush the rocks. Seeing the sunset with a live jazz band. Shit, why not? Imagine we the only ones on Baywatch. Wake up.
Let me take you to my world. Let me take you to